Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the David C. Hutto radio show. It is Monday, March 12th, 2012. We're coming at you live from our undisclosed broadcasting location. And got a lot of stuff to cover today. Lots of news. A lot of stuff happened over the weekend, you know. But first, we're going to listen to this song. Turn away from the dark side. Oh, yeah. It's my drummer singing that tune there. We're actually re-recording this one. Oh, yeah, man. Gotta love that nice driving beat, huh? You know, it's just gotta have that nice driving beat. Good positive message. That's what white metal is all about. With Christian white metal or conservative metal, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care, man. It's all good. It's all good in the hood, right? Don't ask me how he can hit notes like that. I can hit notes like that on a good day, but I've been fighting my allergies lately here, so. So anyway, welcome back to the show, and I just figured let's let that one play out just a little bit here. Let's let it play out, you know? I mean, yeah, we're 2 minutes into the show, but so what, you know? It's Monday. It's another big day in the world of news and views and politics and whatnot and this, that, and the other thing. Look, I'm only going to say this a few more times. Maybe I'll continue to harp on it, but I really think at this point, you know, with the way things are going, particularly those of us who believe in God, who believe in country, who believe in Jesus Christ, who believe in things that are right, we are the counterculture. And the only way we are going to win as a counterculture, and the only way that we are going to continue to be able to, you know, change hearts and minds, and to be able to, you know, get the message out there, especially with what's going on, because you know, let me tell you guys, you know what? We're not alone. I'm not alone. You're not alone. Some big media guys out there aren't alone. We're all on the same team, and we all got to start working together, not just as individuals, but we got to band together as individuals who believe in the same thing, which is God, Christ, country, being good servants to our fellow man. That's what we got to do. We got to start banding together. That's what I'm convinced of. Now, granted, I say a lot of controversial things on this show. I say a lot of things that might be considered offensive or not politically correct. That's because I speak the truth. And I'll tell you what, folks, the truth is like a medicine that tastes like NyQuil, okay? It is awful sometimes, okay? Let's just put it that way. The truth can be awful. It can be painful. It could be hard to swallow, hard to deal with. And most people want to avoid it. I don't know anybody that wants anybody to say they're wrong. It's even hard for me to admit I'm wrong sometimes. And, you know, I want to apologize if some of the statements I've said on this show are a little bit risque or even a little bit non-politically correct. I don't believe in liberal doublespeak, okay? I don't believe in political correctness, and most of all, I believe in spreading the truth. I'm not going to give you some watered down version 2% truth, okay? I am going to give you my opinion coming out. Now, granted, I'm a godly man. I need to watch what I say. But you know I'm also human. And I deal with the same triggers, the same rages, and the same disappointments that every single one of you who watch this show or are going to watch this show sometime down the road deal with. I am sick and tired, and this is where I want to step up a few notches, and I'm gonna make an announcement on this show. I don't know when I'm going to make the announcement, but I'm going to make the announcement. Now, granted, I don't have a high viewership. I'm just one man with one opinion doing this thing on a YouTube channel and doing it on blogtv.com/people/KDCH710 if you ever want to watch it streaming. Okay? Now, I usually post the time that we're going to do the show about an hour in advance, 2 hours in advance. You follow it on Twitter. I record everything. Okay? I record everything. And the reason why I do that is I'm trying to make a historical documentation of what's going on. Now, granted, we've got a big schedule this year of stuff that we want to do. We want to do another season of The Truth as I See It. I want to start diving into more of these short films and showcasing other talents and other things. And get everybody kind of rallied. Because you know what? We need to circle the wagons. You know, it's not going to get much easier, folks. I have seen the headlines today, and let me tell you, Glenn Beck, if you watch this show, and I will post it on the Blaze, I'll post it on your Twitter, whatever. You may not want to waste your time with me, but, you know, I'm no different than you are. I speak the truth, but I do it my own gruff way. Today was one of those days, too, that I'm like, you know what, screw it. Why am I bothering with all this? But I realized God took me out of the situation that I was in, as well as my business partner and co-host, who's not here tonight. God took us out of that situation for a damn good reason, okay? He took us out of that situation for a reason. Now, it's not clear to me yet what that reason is. I am sitting here waiting and respectfully at ease for our Father in heaven, our commander, to give us the word of what we need to do next. But the only thing that I know is that we need to follow him and obey his word and obey the Holy Spirit and obey his commandments and obey him. If we're out of alignment with God, if we're in disobedience, well, that's where the nation is. I'm going to just say that right up front here, folks. I need to speak that abundantly clear. The reason why we are having these issues right now, and the reason why this country is falling apart at the seams, the reason why we have a communist in the White House who is a foreigner above all things, the reason why we have vermin in the gutter, the reason why we have pornographic images flashed at us 24 hours a day is because we've fallen out of obedience with God. This country was founded on the principles of God. Okay, it was founded by godly men. Not all of them were godly, granted. But some of the biggest founders were believers in God, in Christ. They were Christians. They were Christians escaping persecution from the vermin in Europe. And they come here. And now here we are 200 years later. Where are we going to go, people? Where are we going to go? You better wake up and smell the friggin' coffee, because I'm telling you, we are running out of time. Where are we going to go? What, are we all going to migrate up to Canada? Is that what we're going to do? Are we going to go back to Europe? No, we settled here. This is our country. This is God's country. This is a nation of cities without walls. Okay? We have the highest technology. We have the best department, best Army, best Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, with the exception of maybe Israel, a couple of the other European countries. We are the top dog. But because we've been deballed by some verminous communist scum that has infected the body politic of this country, okay? Now, I'm sorry. I don't mean to get this fired up. But I am so sick and tired of the Oblamer regime, of the Obama regime and Cass Sunstein and all these vermin and all these radicals and the Islamo-fascists. I'm sick of it. Yeah, I guess you all think I'm a raving lunatic. Think what you may. I'm just a godly man with an opinion. And you know what else disgusts me before I start getting into the news of the day? I've only got an hour to do this show, and I'm going to just say how I feel. I am sick and tired of them tying our troops' hands in Afghanistan. You are dealing with the vermin of the lowest order in those streets. And if they end up having to crack a few eggs to make an omelet, so friggin' be it. They're just wiping out another generation of vermin that want to blow us up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. A godly man shouldn't speak that way. But these are not godly people, okay? These people want to kill you. They want to cut your throat. And they want to piss on the Constitution. And they want to piss on the God of Jacob. And they just want to piss on God and the Constitution. And they want to cut your head off because they believe in some Mahdi that's going to crawl out of a well somewhere. They're psychos. And do you blame our soldiers for burning Qurans and eventually lashing out and killing civilians? Because you know what these vermin do? Let me tell you what they do. They hide behind their women and they hide behind their children. They use them as shields. And then if they get killed, they're martyred, so to speak, in their religion of peace, which is a total, utter rubbish. I say every American should burn a Quran. We should. Every God-fearing American that believes in the Constitution, Jesus Christ, we should have a big, massive Quran burning, and we should roast marshmallows over it. Maybe I'll fill a bunch of them into a hole, and we'll do a luau, and we'll throw a pig in there, and then burn the Qurans, and use that to cook the pig, and the juices will flow onto those books of hate. I know that's controversial, isn't it? But I know there's some of you out there that agree with that, even though it's controversial, even though it's not exactly politically correct, and it doesn't follow our president's agenda at all. You know, I'm sick of his agenda. I'm sick of this devil-worshipping vermin, do it in the road because it feels good generation. I am sick of it. I want to go back to the olden times. With that in mind, I'm going to take a short break. We'll be back here in a minute. I'm going to put some more music on for you. I need to just take a quick breather, and we'll be right back.